Hello, we're here at one of my favorite customers' homes who really is participating in the full ecosystem. So he was actually having a new home built for himself and his family, and he wanted it to be as sustainable as possible. So he actually hired our services to help him implement different sustainable solutions. Right behind me, you actually have a solar disconnect and then the Pepco utility meter. This is part of a larger solar system that's up on the roof, powering the whole home. He also implemented a geothermal heating and cooling system, which we have right here, as well as a water treatment system that actually makes sure to take care of the water and do some of the treatment before it actually leaves the home. And he's implemented other things like really high R value insulation, really energy efficient windows. The whole home is electric. So really with the solar and all of these different ecosystems working together, he's living a very sustainable lifestyle in his home. But it actually doesn't stop there. Even actually when you go outside your home into the landscape, there's a lot of different things that you can do to be more sustainable with rainwater management, retention, and native species. But I'll let Kay actually share a bit more about that with you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Marcus. Now we're going to travel over to Kay over here to explain a little bit more about what else is on this property.
Sure. So there's a lot going on here. Similarly, I think our customer here is one of the best in the world because they understand what we're up to. It's when we can actually build a home that's amazing and beautiful for us, rewarding with so many edible plants. We also get to have an incredible impact for our native environment, our local ecosystem. So, speaking about water, where Brandon yourself, you did a huge thing with charity water. We can actually help with water where we live here in the DC metro area. As an example, right here, this is still in progress, but this is actually a microbiome design. Some people might be more familiar with rain gardens, right? So this can actually flood when there's big rain, like there is a lot of the times in the DC metro area. A lot of these plants, like I actually have the plant list here. There's 201 plants at least that we've planted here. Multiple different shrubs, various fruit trees. And as the water actually rains down on this house in this area, it will all be transferred over from that witch hazel all the way at the end there, all the way down to these chestnuts. In the middle here, you have things like hibiscus and monardas, obedient plants that do really well with heavy water, purify the water. They're edible plants as well, really good for the local nature we have, whether it's pollinators. Like if we go over here, you can actually see a few bees enjoying the lavender, a few of the sedums down there. They kind of look like succulents, right? Keep the soil really healthy for these larger flowering plants. Over here, we can actually see some echinacea coneflower, as it's called, a little lovely pink over there, and over there too. So this whole front yard, just to repeat that, this is someone's front yard. You can build an ecosystem that not just thrives, but gives back to our local animals, insects, things that are very important for our survival. We really are interconnected because as you see on this side, as the area slopes down, we see these chestnuts go down and some other edibles. In fact, we already saw some deer munching along some of these plants, which we're gonna, a lot of these plants are deer resistant, but sometimes they get to them. Most of these plants are edible. And as we scroll over here, we're gonna see different flowers and different plants here. And eventually here will be a big apple tree, an apple guild actually, where we have other plants designed in a way to serve a permaculture philosophy, where we can regenerate our soil, our water, provide beautiful food, herbs. One of my favorite things, if we look here, things like sage and chives that we're familiar with when we go to nice restaurants or cook at home, even cool things like borage, which is really actually quite edible, really tasty. And we actually designed this and constructed this with these beautiful rocks, soil, healthy soil, a lot of mushroom compost. And this is what anyone can do. Whether you have this much space in your front yard or a lot less, there's ways to be a part of the greater regeneration of our planet and actually be rewarded for it. We make sure that whoever's working with us is going to work with the best partners we have alongside us to make sure that we design, install, construct the best materials, find the best plants locally, that are native to support a larger ecosystem that works for us as people and for the minerals, plants, and animals around us. So look forward to seeing what we can do together and tying everything up. When you build a home, have a home that's powered by the sun, the next step is to grow beautiful food, also, of course, powered by the sun. And we get to be a part of this together. So thanks so much for watching. And we look forward to seeing your home and your neighbors' homes sustainable.
All right, guys, thank you. Sustainable You, up to some great work here.